We all love a good Soulslike. I mean, what's more satisfying than failing over and over again for days on end, to then have it all click in place and unlock the skills to take down a boss whilst taking 0 damage. How's it going, guys? I'm Liam, this is Instant Gaming, and today we're looking at 15 new Souls-like games that are dropping in 2026 and beyond. Coming in at number 15, we have Mistfall Hunter, and it looks like it wants to blend Souls-like combat with extraction-style tension. And honestly, that combo is dangerous in all the right ways. Dark fantasy vibes, weighty melee, and high-risk encounters suggest every run will feel sweaty and personal. The promise of loot-driven progression layered over punishing combat could make this a sneaky addiction. If it sticks to landing, Mistfall Hunter might become your new just one more attempt problem. Whilst the devs have emphasized that Phantom Blade Zero isn't a Souls-like game, I think we've seen enough similarities to talk about it in this list. So Phantom Blade Zero is pure style meeting steel. Its lightning fast combat, wuxia-inspired animations, and moody environments scream combo Souls. Every trailer looks like a perfectly choreographed boss fight, and this isn't slow, shield up Souls energy. It's aggressive, elegant, and brutally precise. If the final game matches its presentation, Phantom Blade Zero could become a new benchmark for stylish, skill-based action. Coming in at number 13, we have Shadows of the Lost. It leans hard into gloomy atmosphere and deliberate combat. Everything shown so far points towards classic Souls fundamentals: tight stamina management, eerie environments, and enemies that punish sloppy movement. It looks like one of those games that won't explain much, but will absolutely remember every mistake you make. Perfect for players who enjoy learning worlds the hard way. Coming in at number 12, we have Spark in the Dark, and it feels like a smaller project with big Souls energy. Its shadow-heavy presentation and methodical pacing suggest a more intimate, claustrophobic take on the genre. Expect careful exploration, surprise ambushes, and that familiar loop of dying, adapting, and pushing forward anyway. These indie Souls-likes often hide the biggest surprises, and Spark in the Dark already feels like one to watch. Prison of Husks sounds exactly as cheerful as you'd expect. Grim setting, broken characters, and environments that look actively hostile to human happiness. Combat appears slow and punishing, with a focus on spacing and timing rather than flashy combos. This one feels built for players who like their Souls-likes bleak, oppressive, and emotionally draining. Comfort game, it is not. In at number 10, we have Luo Yang, and it brings Souls-like combat into Chinese mythology. And that alone makes it stand out. Ancient architecture, mystical enemies, and cultural storytelling give it a distinct identity among a sea of gothic castles. Early footage suggests deliberate combat mixed with elegant visuals. If it balances challenge with exploration properly, this game could offer something both familiar and refreshingly different. Coming in at number 9, we have Code Vein 2, which actually just dropped, and it is ready to expand its anime-flavored Souls formula with deeper systems, darker environments, and more expressive combat. There's stylish builds, flashy abilities, and dramatic boss encounters wrapped in moody storytelling. The first game built a loyal fanbase, and this sequel is going bigger in every direction. Fashion Souls is back. Valor Mortis radiates classic Souls-like confidence. Heavy weapons, oppressive arenas, and enemies that absolutely do not respect your personal space. It appears to focus on weighty combat and brutal pacing, rewarding patience over button mashing. This feels like one of those games that will quietly humble even experienced Souls veterans. So expect slow progress, hard lessons, and satisfying mastery. In at number 7, we have Knight's Path. It leans into medieval fantasy with a strong emphasis on exploration and one-on-one combat encounters. Its world design looks interconnected, encouraging careful traversal and environmental awareness. Think fewer flashy gimmicks, more classic Souls fundamentals. If it nails atmosphere and level layout, this could be a sleeper hit for players who crave traditional knight and sword suffering. Coming in at number 6, we have Lies of P2, and it has some big shoes to fill after the first game proved fairy tales and Souls-like are a terrifyingly good mix. Expect tighter combat, deeper weapon customization, and even darker storytelling. If the sequel builds on its predecessor's strengths, this could easily become one of the defining Souls-likes of the next generation. Puppet trauma incoming. The Duskbloods oozes gothic mystery, with blood-soaked visuals and enemies that look ripped straight from nightmares. Everything about it suggests methodical combat and lore-heavy exploration. This feels like a game that wants you lost, confused, and slowly piecing together its story through item descriptions and environmental clues, exactly as nature intended. In at number 4, we have the Relic First Guardian, and it looks ambitious, blending massive environments with classic Souls-like combat philosophy. Early footage hints at large-scale bosses and sprawling regions begging to be explored and feared. If it delivers on scale without sacrificing difficulty, this could become a serious contender in the genre. Big worlds, big swords, big consequences. Fatekeeper leans into high fantasy with punishing combat and ominous world building. It feels designed around player choice and mastery, with systems that reward experimentation and persistence. Expect deep builds, cryptic storytelling, and enemies that teach painful lessons. This is the kind of game that turns frustration into triumph, one perfectly timed dodge at a time. At number 2, coming from the team that usually bring us the Pokemon games, Beast of Reincarnation looks beautifully unsettling, mixing surreal creature design with deliberate, heavy-hitting combat. The aesthetic alone sets it apart, but it's the promise of brutal encounters and strange lore that really hooks Souls fans. If it embraces its weirdness fully, this could become a cult favorite among players who like their suffering artistically flavored. And finally, at number 1, we have Lords of the Fallen 2, and it is shaping up to be a massive evolution of its predecessor, with darker realms, refined combat, and deeper progression systems. Dual world mechanics, haunting environments, and relentless bosses promise a grim playground for Souls veterans. If it sticks the landing, this could be one of the biggest Souls-like releases outside From Software itself. So sharpen your blades, because this one wants your soul. And that is 15 new Souls-like games coming in 2026 or a little later. What Souls-like are you looking forward to? Or which one are you playing at the moment? Let me know down in the comments. So for all things gaming, don't forget to subscribe to Instant Gaming, and for great deals on games, you can check out our website at instant-gaming.com. And as always, thanks for watching.